So I just got done watching Destination Eurovision Semifinal 1, and I have to say, overall, I was really impressed, not only with the quality of songs and quality of artists that were presented, but also with the production values on the national final as well. It's really nice to see a national final that encompasses everything that I really feel a national final should be, which is introducing the population of the country the national final is taking place in to these artists. It's great to see artists who maybe aren't necessarily as established as they could be and introducing them to the French market with good solid music. And it's great to see a variety of different genres there as well. Like we had your pop fare, we had more of a singer-songwriter feel going, more of a traditional French chanson feeling going with some of the songs as well, and it was just nice to get that good mix going. So this here is just going to be my general thoughts about the national final and how you're going to go ahead, and I'm going to start by just going over each of the people who qualified for the final, and then I'll go ahead and give my thoughts concerning the songs that did not quite qualify. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So the first song to qualify and also get the highest score was Lisandro Cuxi, and the name of the song is Eva. And let's go ahead and take a quick listen before we go into my thoughts about it. Eva feels nothing but a heartache, and she will beat us, through the night. Nobody ever see her face. Nobody ever see her face. Eva feels nothing but a heartache, and she will beat us, through the night. Nobody ever see her face. Nobody ever see her face. Okay, so that's a solid song all around. Great quality pop song, catchy chorus that's easy to sing along to. Lisandro's pronunciation in English is fantastic. He sounds amazing live, and overall pretty solid. My biggest issue is just the subject matter. It kind of seems a little forced to be having he's young, like having a young gentleman kind of sing a song about a single mother, which is a little weird, and I feel like as an English speaker, it's something that stands out to me in an odd sort of way. If I'm gonna have to compare this to any other song that's competed in Eurovision, I would have to say from Hungary in 2014, it was Running by Andras Kale-Sanders. It's, another song. It's a solid pop song that has a good feeling to it that keeps you moving forward with some heavier subject matter. And so I feel like this is like a spiritual successor of that song, and that one came in fifth place. So, if you're looking at a song, oh, it reminds me of a song that came fifth place 4 years ago, but still sounds sleek and now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and I can now with this song, I can see this doing really well. It wouldn't shock me if this ended up being the winner come the 27th, but if it goes to Eurovision, I can see it easily making the top 10. Solid overall. I understand 100% why it qualified, and let's go ahead and we'll move on to the second song that qualified with second place, and that was Emmy Liyana singing the song Uke Ukeo. I think I pronounced that right. Let's take a listen. Mais c'est moi qui décide, c'est moi qui la dessine. Verre à moitié plein, verre à moitié vide. La vie, je l'aime ou l'abîme. Sourire me va bien, souffrir ne me mène à rien. Quand je fais le vide, quand je fais le plein, je vais pas mal, je vais bien. C'est moi qui décide. Okay, that was fun. I love this one. Like, girl showed up, got on that stage, and crushed it. Vocally fantastic. I had listened to the snippet, and from the snippet, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling this a little bit. Then you get that full song going, and it's fantastic. Solid verses, solid chorus. Even though the whole song is in French, you have that uke ukeo that you can cling on to, and it hits that in the choruses. And so, and keeps you engaged. Plus, she's a superstar on stage. She did not do any kind of dancing. She just showed up, got on that stage, hit those notes, hit that song, and killed it. And like that. You could tell the audience was feeling it. You could tell the judges were feeling it. I was feeling it across the ocean. I was shooketh to my core. Girl got up there. Girl slayed. She looks so cool. Like, I can see her killing it come the 27th too, and I can see her killing it come May if this song went to Eurovision. And I would understand 100% why, and I'm down for that. So, Emmy Liyana, I have to say you were probably my favorite of the night. Great, crushed it. Let's go on to the third qualifier, who was Malo with the song Ciao, and that came in third place. Let's listen to that one. When it comes to this song, I feel like it's the one that gives me the most mixed emotions of the evening because that chorus is so anthemic. Like, it feels like something you should have your lighter up in the air for. And it also had that singer-songwriter feel to it, which is nice to see in the competition. I feel like this is a song I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I, I'm trying to gather my words. I think I like it, but at the same time, I think I don't. And my issue is, it depends on when I listen to it. Like when I heard the snippet, love the snippet, fantastic chorus. But when I'm watching it live, I was like, you know what? This is, I like it, I think, but I'm not sure. And then his performance with the strange dance moves, it was very like Tom York trying to dance, but it somehow wasn't as charismatic, even though it was basically similar spasms. I don't know. Um, that performance was a little off-putting, but like then when we come to the recap, I'm like, oh, I like this. I don't know. This is one of those ones I'm gonna probably listen to like 30 times and then finally get. I don't know how to phrase it other than just it's a song that I feel could be very divisive. It's divisive in my heart, and I think amongst people who would be watching the competition, it would be divisive with them as well. This is one that could go either really well or really poorly, depending on the night. And so we'll see how this goes on the 27th, and if it makes it to Eurovision, I don't know where this would land. It would be one of those ones like this could either go great or this could go bad, just depending on the night and who's voting and who's watching. Let's go ahead here and let's listen to the last qualifier. That was Louka with his song Mamma Mia. With this song in particular, I feel like some things went wrong the night of, and he barely qualified over Elha with her song, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I think this is the one I'm the least okay with having qualified. Just something about it didn't quite seem right the night of. It's a well-written song, and I feel like there's something missing from it, but I can't tell you what that something is. Like, this is one I could see doing really well with just a bit of a revamp. Come the 27th, and well, I don't know if this will win because it's already qualified for the final, but I don't really think it is. At this point, I'm thinking it's a two-horse race between Eva and Ukeo. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I don't know how to say what else to say about that. So let's go ahead and let's bump into the non-qualifiers. The first non-qualifier was Elha with Je Cru. Okay, so good song. I really enjoyed this. I thought the performance was nice. Her styling was a bit lackluster, and I think what happened here is between Elha and between Noée, who got second. Well, let's go ahead and hop into Noée as well, because I want to kind of compare these two songs. Compare these two songs a bit. So let's go ahead. We'll listen to Noé's song Près de l'auteur next.
Quelle est cette voix qui nous entraîne à renoncer sans regarder l'un vers l'autre? Si c'est un choix, il faut qu'on s'aime sans se lasser pour se garder l'un et l'autre, l'un près de l'autre.
I probably should have put a warning that my French pronunciation is garbage. Anyways, the issue is with these two is that the two singers look very similar. They both had buns and blonde hair and bangs, and they both were singing songs that were very French. So when it comes down to it, it was one of those things where I get the two performances mixed up. Elha was the one dressed like the French flag, and Noé was the one just standing there singing. I think I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I feel like these two songs are both ones that, like, when you come down to it, they're decent. They're not bad. I would honestly listen to both of these songs. I will continue to listen to both of these songs in the coming weeks, probably. They'll stay on my playlist. With Noe in particular, she was my personal number three. I would have put her up ahead of Malo if I was to be going through this myself, and that's simply because her genre is something I enjoy. Sometimes you just want to listen to kind of an old-fashioned song in French, and that's what she gave us, a beautiful old-fashioned song in French, and her voice is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful voice. And with Ayla, it was a little, I wouldn't call it old-fashioned, but it still sounded very much like a French pop song, a more modern French pop song than what we got from Noé, but still a French pop song. So I feel like with those two, it's just a lot of conflation in my mind. And I know this was a jury vote only. And I think maybe the juries felt the same way, where it was pretty much one of those things where they were kind of bumping together and conflating in their minds as well. So that's maybe why neither one of those made it up to the four qualifiers. Now let's take a look at the song that came in seventh place, and that is Paradis by Masoe.
Because you rock my mind, you rock my mind. Tu as bousculé mon esprit. You rock my mind, you rock my mind. Tu as bousculé dans la nuit. You rock my mind, you rock my mind. Tu as bousculé mon esprit. You rock my mind, you rock my mind. Tu m'as bousculé dans la nuit.
Great. Okay, so with this song, the issue is on the chorus. The chorus is amazing, and it gives you something you can really cling on to. When I listen to the snippets studio cut, awesome. I'm there for that. Live, it's clear that Masoe had some problems with hitting the notes on that chorus. And because you're hearing those notes multiple times in the song, it kind of fell flat. And, you know, honestly, his voice wasn't too bad on the verses, but that chorus just wrecked him. So he had an off night, didn't qualify, and I understand why he didn't qualify. Let's go ahead now and we'll listen to the song number 8 on here, which number 8 and number 9 both tied with 0 points. And that was, let's go ahead and listen to Enéa. I'll be there first. Okay, she was terrified, 100% terrified. Like, I'm pretty sure at one point she didn't know what words to say next and got confused, and she looked lost on stage, and nerves 100% got the better of her. And if she wasn't as nervous, I'm sure she would have given a better performance and would have come up with something other than nil point. But, I mean, looking at it, it's a pop song. It's an okay pop song. It's not anything that I can see myself looking at and going, oh yeah, that's something I want to get. I wouldn't call it bad. I wouldn't call it great. I would just call it middle of the road. And frankly, middle of the road wasn't good enough. We had a strong night, and she was forgettable. Well, she wasn't forgettable. It was a matter of her performance was bad. It completely lacked everything, and her nerves really did get the better of her. And I feel bad. At the same time, though, I understand why. She knew no point. Okay, let's go on to the last place song, which again got 0 points, and that is Pheno Men with Jamais sans toi. Okay, I like the chorus from the snippets. It's a good one for, you gotta just play it and listen to it and forget it's there. Again, it's another one of those songs like middle of the road. My issue is this is a funk and soul group, and if you are going to be singing in a funk and soul group, you need to have harmonies for days. Where are my harmonies at? There weren't many. It was a lot of singing solo and not a lot of let's sing together, and that threw it off. Now, I did like they had the cute little dance moves and everything, but in the end, it just kind of felt flat, and it was disappointing because I really did like the snippet. And unfortunately, the live did not live up to the snippet, much like what happened with Paradis. That one, these two in particular, both fell flat live, but studio wise, I'm sure they're great, and I'm sure they're both songs that would make decent parties. Well, be decent for party playlists. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. Overall, again, I would like to reiterate that I felt like this was a quality national final semifinal, and there was a good selection of a little bit of everything. I have to say, I am enjoying the way the direction that this went. You have the international juries and you have the local juries, and with Christer Borkman being there, it really seemed like France was taking cues from Melody Festivalen. You have a variety of artists. You're here to present these artists to the local market, and that's exactly what a national final should be. It also feels like since everyone came with, well, there were no bad songs. There were songs that were mediocre at worst. Mediocre was the worst I could say for any of these. And because you're having such a strong selection, it's going to encourage more people to want to compete in the coming years. And you could see, and I feel like with the way that this was produced, it was set up to be done in such a way where the artists themselves are being presented to the public and the artists themselves are being introduced to the public in a way that is, check out my other stuff. This isn't the best, but, or, this is the kind of thing I make. Here's my name. Here's one of my songs. Go listen to me. And that's what a national final should do. It should make you listen to a few artists and then possibly seek looking into what else they've made. So I'm really looking forward to the national final well, I'm really looking forward to the semifinal, which will be on the 20th of January, and the second half of these songs. There's a few I'm looking at from the snippets alone. I'm like, oh, please don't disappoint me, please. So we'll see what happens. So that's that. I guess if you want to feel like this, subscribe, like the video, leave a couple of comments. We can talk about things, that sort of thing. So, bye.